if you got the 27 guys on stage, I mean, will the best guy ultimately win or place in the top 3?
Well, you know, who is the best guy?
Yeah.
It's a matter of opinion, right? Because it's subjective. You have 7 people judging there, and what they'll do is they'll have 7 scores, and then they'll eliminate the highest and the lowest. So you end up with 5 scores from 5 people, and we have a criteria, you know, for the judging process that, you know, it's bodybuilding. So you're obviously looking for muscle mass, but the muscle mass should be proportionate. So it should be proportionately distributed. And of course, contest condition in bodybuilding means very low body fat, extremely low body fat.
What kind of percentages are we talking?
You know, I'm not sure that there's really an accurate way to measure body fat. I think underwater weighing is probably the most accurate, but I never had access to that. We used to use skin fold calipers, but I found once you get below a certain level, they don't read that well anyway. And ultimately, it's like you got judges and the crowd sitting here and looking at you on stage, so they don't know what your body fat is. They can't measure it. So, but I would guess that my body fat was somewhere around getting down to 3%. It was super low. I remember a couple of contests when I was professional at first. I was walking around backstage, and you know, backstage is a wooden floor like this, right? And like literally my feet were really hurting me, and I was limping, and people were like, "You okay, dude? You cramping up or something? You dehydrated?" I'm like, "No, my fucking feet are killing me." And I couldn't understand why my feet were really hurting me until I looked in an anatomy book and I saw there's a fat pad under the heel, and under your ball of your feet there's a pad there. Had of fat on my feet was actually getting depleted.
How insane,
you know?
is that, dude?
Guys, they're so dangerously low levels, aren't there? I mean,
yeah, I mean, it's a temporary thing though. You're not trying to maintain that for any period of time. That definitely wouldn't be healthy. You're peaking for a contest, probably take 12 or 14 weeks of specific dieting and training to get your body fat down to that level. And trust me, it doesn't stay that long. It doesn't stay that low for long, you know. I mean, a week after the contest, most guys have gone up 10, 15 pounds easily.
What was the one meal that you looked forward to the most, or what was the one you always wanted to eat the most at the end of the contest?
There's nothing exotic. It was usually a really good steak, which was, you know, all the contests were in the States, so you can always find a good steak there. Right now, here you can't, but in the States you can. Good basic steak and fries and a good ice cream and stuff like that, you know. But that's what I had, but you know, your mind plays tricks with you. I used to fantasize about all kind of strange food that I never really would eat, or even when I finished my diet, I don't want it now, but you know, because I guess because your dietary fat intake and so on is so low that you start craving spicy, fatty foods and stuff. And I used to have dreams, like I remember one day waking up and just in a panic in the middle of the night because I had a dream that I went downstairs and ate a load of sausages. I was like, no, I didn't really, did I? It wasn't possible. I don't have sausages in the house, but you know, that's the kind of tricks your mind plays on you. And nighttime is very tough when you're dieting for a bodybuilding contest because it's hard to sleep properly. Because basically you go to sleep, your body wakes, you know, if your blood sugar drops below a certain level, it's like an alarm system. You got to wake up, you got to eat. So the sleep is very, you know, it's kind of broken sleep because you get that throughout the night.
what's your diet like when you're cutting, like those last 4 weeks?
Well, keep in mind that when I was competing, I was around 260, 270 pounds. So if I looked at my diet that I was eating for a contest, it's probably more calories than I eat on a daily basis right now. But we're talking about 4,000 calories. But in the off season, I'll be like 6,000, 7,000 calories. So it's quite a drop gradually from that level. And of course, you know, you carry massive amounts of muscle tissue and you're working out and everything. So there's a lot of demand on your body. But it's over a period of time. I generally try to lose 2 or 3 pounds a week over about 12 weeks or something like that, you know. Typical diet was mainly lean proteins like egg whites, chicken breasts, protein shakes, maybe a lean beef. Those were the protein sources. And then the fats were fairly low. Some carbohydrates from oatmeal, brown rice, and a lot of vegetables, obviously, broccoli, spinach, things like that. A little bit of fruit, but not too much.
there's a couple of key mistakes that I see people making in their training and why they're not getting the progress that they could get and that they want. First of all, most people are going to the gym too much and too often, but when they're there, they're not giving 100%. And 100% and the HIT training and Dorian training is not just about going in there and throwing around some heavy weights. It's about using the weight as a tool to put the maximum stress on the muscle. So it's important that people train correctly. They learn the correct form. They learn to move the weights without momentum and slow down the negative and all these kind of things that I've been preaching. And of course, when you're going to the gym and you're in the gym and you're training, you're not growing. You're breaking down and you're putting stress on your body. Then your body has to recover, and to do this you need adequate rest and you need correct nutrition. And of course, supplements can be a great help, and they've improved and developed tremendously since I was in the 80s, very basic supplements and so on. So the nutrition and the training is, and the supplementation, it all goes together. So the more perfect you can get each area, the better results you're going to get. But to make it in a short, you need to train efficiently, train very hard and very intensely, but not for a long period of time. Most people equate going to the gym and spending more time in the gym with success. But I can tell you, I won Mr. Olympia 6 times, and I set new standards at that point in as far as physique development and muscle mass. And I never trained more than 4 times a week, 45, 50 minutes a session. And I was a professional. That meant I didn't have another job. I didn't have many stresses that many people have. So most people would be more effective if they went to the gym only 2 or 3 times for an hour, but they put 100% into those workouts, both physically and mentally, and that's when you're going to progress consistently.
Right then. Your bar. Yeah, on your way, come on. Good, nice and smooth. Drive. Yeah. Drive it up. Do it again. Drive. Come on, still strong. Drive it. Bring it up. Yeah. That's better one again. Better one. Come on, bring it up. Yeah, one more like that. One more. Come on. Yes. Hold it there. Come on. Everything, hold it there. Hey, squeeze him. That's the movement. Come on. Still strong. Still strong. Yes. Come on, finish him up. Finish him. There.